Hi guys, has anyone here ever heard about growth hacking? So in the world of startups where I work, growth hacking is the art of growing a company as fast as possible with very little budget. How do we do this? By combining data with rapid experimentation, we get to understand the behavior of users. We get to understand their psychology. We get to understand what is going to work for you or what is not going to work for you. We're going to understand what you're going to like and what you're going to dislike. Growth hacking is exciting. And in 2017, at least for me personally, it was like the golden age of growth hacking. Why? Because it was very easy to gather data, to combine it, and I was able to put the right content in front of the right people at the right time on the right channel. Guys, it was exciting because I felt more than honing a skill, I felt I was developing a superpower. Yes, the superpower of virality. Everything that I was putting out there seemed to be so relevant for the users that it went viral over and over. We were so rocking the scene that even Facebook made a case study on our work. And then, in early 2018, this happened. The Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal erupted. And for those of you who hadn't followed the debate back then or hadn't followed the news, I'll just be very brief. So Cambridge Analytica was this company that scraped, that harvested million and million of user data on Facebook without their consent. Why they would do this? For political advertising purposes. So while I was following the hearing of Mark Zuckerberg and the deployment of GDPR, General Data Privacy Regulation in European countries, I got this really strong knot in my stomach. Why? Because I knew that growth hacking, the way I was doing, was pretty much dead. That this superpower that I was harnessing was not going to be relevant anymore. Because catching data would be more and more difficult. And so I became super vocal against data privacy regulation. I thought this whole debate was meaningless, was completely useless. I thought it was even hypocritical. Because at the end of the day, we all want to talk to our friend on the other side of the planet for free. We all want to share news and articles and content globally with people that we don't know, with the entire world. And we all want to do it for free. But for this to be free, these were my thoughts back then, we need to exchange it with our data. Otherwise, it could never be free. So why are we talking about it? And back then, I was the first one to stand up in a debate and say, hey, data privacy is dead. Why? Because this millennium is the millennium of transparency. Because with the digital uprising, with the uprising of digital technology, we're leaving breadcrumbs of analytics everywhere. So everybody will know what we're doing. Companies will know, other people will know. So why are we even talking about it? And actually, my point was that data privacy never really existed in human history. So I don't know if in your countries you have these, but in Italy, and I'm from the southern part of Italy, we have the real weapon of mass surveillance. And it's not Facebook, it's not Google, it's not the government, it's not even technologically related. These are the comari. They know everything about you. These are the Italian Grannies. Why? They know your location, they know where you live, and they know who goes where and why. Right? They know your history. They have all your historical data. They know if you got a bit fat. They know the name of your first girlfriend or boyfriend. They know all your connections. So they know your friends, the friends of your friends, and they know the grannies of your friends, which is even worse. But the worst of all is that they will never hesitate one moment to share all your private information with anyone out there. So my point back then is like, come on, let's stop with this data privacy. It's kind of an illusion of modern times. And when anybody was coming to me and telling me like, but aren't you bothered that, these companies, they can listen what you're saying right now? I said, who cares? Who cares if they know what I like to eat, what I like to spend my money on? Who cares if they can track where I go? I've got nothing to hide. And then I realized I was wrong. In 2019, I realized I was completely wrong. So this happened. I was working in Africa with this amazing startup called Quora. And during this project with this amazing startup that has like a very noble mission to eradicate poverty through technology, I realized how data privacy is important. So the mission of this company is to pretty much help young people like you to understand how to save money. And they do this through technology. So they help you, instead of you spending money that you don't have or getting loans that you cannot repay, they help you understand how you can optimize your savings so that you can build long-term security. Now, the enemy of this really beautiful mission are those instant loan apps. These are super popular in Africa right now. The only thing, if you need money, you just need to download an app on your phone, accept the terms and conditions, and voila, you've got money on your account. But there's a catch. When you accept the terms and conditions, you accept predatory interest rates of up to 147%. Yeah. So now you'll agree with me. If I don't have money right now, I will not have that money plus 147% 2 months from now. It's impossible. This is called the debt trap. And because in these countries there is no data privacy regulation, once you agree to their terms and conditions, and because you haven't read the fine lines, you allow these companies to data mine your phone, download your contact details, and then once you default your loan, even for 1 day, they're going to start sending messages and SMS like this one. So now all of your contacts know that you're broke, yep, that you cannot pay a debt, and that you're going to face legal action. So imagine this goes out to everyone you know. So it goes to your boss, to your family, to your friends, to your colleagues. I don't know about you, but if this would ever happen to me, I would not go out from my apartment. Why? Because I don't want to meet people. Now everybody knows that I'm broke, that I'm facing legal problems and whatever. And because in these countries, there is no data privacy regulation, companies are allowed to harass you. They're allowed to use public shaming techniques for you to do what they want. Now, this is a world with no data privacy regulation. This is how it looks like. So my point today, the reason why I'm here, is because I want to talk to everyone out there that, just like me a couple of years ago, in 2020 is still saying, I've got nothing to hide. Do you want a world where companies can data mine your phone? They can extract your data, contact all your details. Do you want a world, for instance, where health insurance companies will apply a higher premium because you haven't done enough steps, or because you haven't logged in your workouts, or because you gained 4% body fat? Do you want a world where governments can put like a social score on you, and then we all gonna live like that famous episode of Black Mirrors on Netflix? I don't know about you, but I don't want a world like this, and I work in tech. I want a world where we can all be safe, where our data privacy is safe. It's not shared, that we know what is shared with who and why, and what are the consequences. I want a world where we can all use this technology without fear, a world where we're all safer. So if you want the same world, please, next time, read the fine lines. Join the debate online on data privacy. Forge yourself your own opinion. Don't let them do what they want. And please, 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 never say again, I've got nothing to hide. Thank you.